thought that was a pretty good college basketball game. It looked as if both teams were really, competing and fighting to try to win the basketball game. I thought we made way too many errors on our own, or because of Central Florida's defense that didn't allow us to come back fully and win the ball game. And we put them to the free throw line way too many times, especially a few times where we had cut it to 3 or 2, or it looked like we were going to have a chance to win. And Ramsa did a good job of kind of throwing his body in there and creating the contact to get to the free throw line. I think it was, for a while I didn't think they scored other than free throws or kind of miscues by our ball handling. So kind of some immature plays by our team, honestly.
On that end, are you pleased with your team's half-court defense?
I thought it was great in the first half in front of our bench. It slipped a little bit at times in the second half, but altogether, I thought we did a pretty good job defensively. It was kind of our transition game where I thought we really didn't take advantage of some miscues, and that's a good team. I mean, they got some good pieces. They found a way to win, and I think they've done that quite a few times this year. They're a team that's figuring out ways to win, which is something that we're going to have to get in our repertoire.
You said after the last game that you were kind of frustrated in general. This was another loss, but was it a step back in a good direction?
Yeah, I mean, the good thing I believe is that I didn't feel like any individuals played really well. I mean, I thought Raphiael, Putney did some good things. I thought maybe Hashim did some good stuff. Other than that, I thought most of the guys played average to, okay to average. And so, I got to keep trying to get combinations out there where guys can start playing well together. We need to have a couple games now where 3 or 4 guys really put it together, and then have 3 or 4 guys play average, and then we have something. But the pieces are there. It's just now putting them all together and getting them to play the right way.
Did you plan on playing Putney that much? Was that part of the game plan coming in, or was his play earning him more?
How much did he play?
17.
Oh, he played 17 minutes? No, I didn't think he was going to play that much, but I will say this much. We had worked on some zone stuff. He's a huge part if we play zone. And he had been in the gym. It's funny how when guys are in the gym working on their game, they tend to play better. And he's been in the gym before practice, after practice, during the day on his own, and it's starting to pay dividends. His confidence was really good. I didn't ask him to shoot that last 3, but we kind of sat in the rim. It looked like it was going to go in. So, it's kind of do I take away their confidence, or do I let them play confident? And that was a pretty good shot if it would have went in.
You played Jesse Morgan a few minutes. What'd you think?
Well, I know what he's going to be able to do. I just don't know how quick and how soon. To put him in against the top 25 team, and he's practiced, all of 2 days. I think that's a tough situation to put him in. But at the same token, I do think he's going to be a very good player for us down the line. He did get up 2 shots in 4 minutes, so I'll give him credit for that.
Derek, it's a cliche question, but how concerned are you with Javon, health-wise, production-wise? He didn't do too much tonight offensively.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm concerned, and hopefully they're not, both together, that the injury's making him play the way he's played. I mean, he usually does so many little things that you're not looking at his stat line of what he's shooting, but, he was 0 for 6 tonight, and he was 1 for 11 against Seton Hall. I can't have a guy who I think is one of our best players, have those kind of numbers. So he knows it, though. He's such a good kid. He understands where it's at and what he needs to do for this team to win. And so he might need to get in the gym a little more. The problem is he hasn't been able to because of his injury. So it's like, rest him. It's kind of like what we went through a couple years ago with Tony and Luke. They never practiced, and so you never could really get a flow in the games of having them out there.
Do you think they became a much better team when Marcus Jordan came on the court?
Absolutely. I mean, it gives them one more weapon offensively, and he didn't look like he had a sprained ankle at all. He was moving pretty good out there. And I'd watched him a bunch on tape, and, against 3, a Big East, an ACC, and an SEC school, I thought he was the best guard on the floor. He really dominated, and I thought he gave them a great boost offensively tonight. And then they put him in the zone, so he didn't have to move too much on the defensive end of the floor.
Has Javon trying to play point guard caused him to struggle a little bit in the other areas of his game?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, because some of his best attributes are going to the rim, getting offensive rebounds. It's probably not a great thing that he has to cover a 5'9" point guard and chase him around. But listen, this is the team we have. This is the hand we're dealt, and he's probably the next guy to be able to play the point.
Yeah, and just rimmed out. And next time I just hold my follow through, I guess. I said next time I just hold my follow through.
Anthony, does this game Is it frustrating because it's another loss, or does it feel like progress toward getting back to where you were? Or both?
It's a frustrating loss. I mean, we didn't convert down the stretch. This was a very winnable game for us, so we're kind of disappointed, and it's our 4th straight loss. So, we're going through a tough stretch right now, but we got to bounce back.
Did it feel like there was progress?
Yeah, I felt like there was progress. We had spurts that we played very well defensively, and it's just a process. We got to put it all together next time. We got to bounce back against Boston University.
Raphiael, did you expect to play this much, and are you starting to feel comfortable? You're starting to feel more comfortable out there.
I really didn't expect to play as much, but I just been working hard this past week lately, and Coach has been recognizing that, so he rewarded me tonight and got me a lot of minutes tonight. So I just playing my role, get in there, get as much intensity as I can for my teammates, and just try to get this W. But got the L tonight.
Anthony, is that the best you've seen him play?
Best
Best you've seen?
Oh yeah, definitely brought a lot of intensity out there on the floor. He was rebounding, running the floor, and making shots and stuff like that. I think that's what we need from him, and I think that from here on out he's only going to improve. This was definitely a big-time confidence booster for him.
Expectation that was in the realm of possible when the season began?
Well, no, absolutely not. Obviously you had to take them one at a time, and you knew this was a tough game on the road right now when you're looking at your schedule to start the season. Derek's done a great job here. I know he's had a couple bumps in the road here, but he's got terrific talent. I know they're building something really good here. And for our team, fighting a lot of adversity coming in here today, and not sure who was going to play or who was going to be able to play. These guys really found a way to grind out a win.
Did Marcus lobby to try to talk you into putting him in?
Absolutely, had no plans. He hasn't even put his tennis shoes on since the game today. He put them on and wanted to sit on the bench. Wasn't going to play. At halftime, he was begging me, put me in. Still didn't want to put him in, but kept begging me, and we said, let's give him a try. And we went to zone when he came in to try to protect him because defensively he wasn't able to really get out on the perimeter. And we just thought his presence out there, wanted to see what he could do, and he seemed to be comfortable out there, so we just played him through it.
His free throw shooting, he's not a veteran guy yet, but he's been a key guy for you. Having a guy like him to go to the line in those situations, how much that helps?
Absolutely, it's huge. I think it's another ball handler in there. He's been the head of our offense here since he's been here. To be able to create, to be able to get fouled, to be able to make plays for us, he really opens our offense up. So it was huge to have him in there tonight.
You mentioned his presence. Is that something that really, does he have that about him?
He does have that about him. He's been the leader of our basketball team here, one of them, along with Keith Clanton. And having Keith, he was drawing a lot of attention tonight without Marcus out there on the floor. Sosa did a good job, I thought, and knocked some shots down. But we needed one more guy to stretch the defense, and having him out there to be able to do things. I didn't put the ball in his hand to create too much because I was worried about him getting injured.
How important was your defending the three-point line?
Well, I thought that was huge. That's something we take great pride in. And we were fortunate a couple of those shots didn't go down, but that was the difference in the game. They were 2 for 22. One of them went in at the end of the game. And we've done a great job, I thought, with that. And one of the threes they hit was at the beginning, and one of the threes they hit was at the end. And that's very similar to what we did in the Miami game. We gave up 2 threes to start, one to start the game and one to end it. And I think that's been huge for us.
Your first game as a ranked team, your guys look like they're used to it. Patient out there.
Well, I keep forgetting we're ranked, and I was really worried today. Coming in here, anytime you go on the road and you had an emotional win over a very good Miami team, you're worried how your guys are going to respond, especially with Christmas right around and everybody's going home tomorrow. But these guys stayed focused, and it's been a unique group. They've found a way to deal with a lot of things, and hopefully we can ask for healthiness over Christmas here and get everybody back.
To be honest, no one thought we would be 11-0 going home for Christmas. But it's something that everyone was talking about it before this game. Let's just win this game and go home for Christmas and relax and take care of our injuries because we got a lot of guys that are banged up, and then that's just what we wanted.
Good. Shots. It's a good feeling. Like we know that we worked hard to do it. So We probably didn't think we were going to go 11-0, but as far as we just try to take it one game at a time, and you just play it like a one-game season. So if you play every game your hardest, you can win it, and that's what we did.
Guys, free throw shooting down the stretch. I mean, you made quite a few. Did you feel like that was pretty significant for putting it away?
Yeah, that was a real big thing. Free throws came down. They kept fouling at the end, and we just knocked our free throws down, and it just sealed the game for us.
Do you feel like when Marcus made the two right after they missed the 2 3-pointers in a row? Do you feel is that the point you felt you could exhale a little bit, like this one was going to go your way?
Not necessarily. I mean, I think our defense is the key to everything. I think the team. We try to establish an identity, and that's defending the 3-point line. That's one of the keys that we always try to emphasize, and I think they were 2 for 22 today, if I'm not mistaken. So we did a great job at defending the 3-point line.
When did you guys know that Marcus was going to play?
I didn't think he was going to play at all, but then when he told me, when I came out of the game, he was like, I might suit up, and then he just came out and played strong for us.
Did you know, I mean, when he came into did you guys know at halftime, or when he checked in?
I had no idea.
Right.
I was surprised when he checked in. I mean, I was in the game and I saw him come in, but he did a great job for us, He still tried to do what he does, even though he was injured.